What do you look like from a distance of 0? Not standing out here, not a picture, not a video, but directly there, right there, right? No distance whatsoever. Hey everybody, this is GP Walsh, founder of MasterHEART Institute, creator of Inner Reconciliation, and it's a very, very profound question. You know, when we're little kids, infants, right? We have no sense of anything. We have no, you look at your hand, you don't know that this is my body. None of that has happened yet. You don't know you have a face. You don't know you have a head. I mean, you can't tell the difference between yourself and others. The whole idea of being separate and kind of locked off in your own little private world simply hasn't occurred to you. It does eventually. And by the time we're adults, it's like, well, this is my body, this is who I am, you're in that body, I'm in this body, that's all there is to it. Give it up. This is the hand you're dealt, this is all you're going to get. But what if that's not true? You realize, of course, that we become over and over, because we become so trained in that way. It's said over and over and over again, this is who you are, this is who you are, this is who you are, this is what you look like, this is, that we actually take it on and believe it. So our self-image becomes what we look like standing over there. But you've never stood over there and looked back here, have you? You've never actually seen yourself from any of the perspectives that everybody says is you. So I ask a very profound question. What do you look like from here? No distance whatsoever. 0 distance. Means you cannot see yourself, can you? At 0 distance, you can't see anything. So at 0 distance, what's you? Forget all the ideas, right? Well, No, that's what you look like to somebody else. What do you look like to you? It's more than a brain teaser. It's more than a thought experiment. It's a deep pondering. The fact of the matter is that the self-image you walk around with, you've never actually seen. It's all what other people have told you. So what are you like here? What do you look like from here? What's it like to just be you? Not an image of you. What's it like to actually be yourself right here? Well, if you look closely, if you really look, you see you don't really have an image of yourself. You can't, because you've never seen yourself. From your point of view, you could be just this kind of very thinner than LCD, right, or an LED screen, thinner than the thinnest screen, just kind of floating through the universe. Or maybe not even floating through the universe, actually just sitting there statically while the universe just keeps doing stuff around you. Going boom, out of sight, into sight, out of sight, into sight. Things popping up, things disappearing, which is actually kind of what they say happens in quantum. At that level, things just kind of pop, and then boom, and then disappear, and then pop, pop, and then sometimes pop, same thing, 2 places. It actually isn't as outlandish as we normally think about it, because we think, well, no, this is me. It's not you. It's not the you actually know. It's not the you actually experience. So, who are you to you? What's it like to just be you? Well, I can't tell you what it's like to be you. If I did, I'd be doing the same thing everybody else does. All I can do is tell you what I see, which is I don't see me at all. I see everything in the universe, but I don't see me. I have no idea what I am, except the seeing. I know the seeing. I know that whatever I am, it is seeing. Now if people say, well, of course, you're this thing and you're seeing through the eyes. Wait a minute. Really? You don't have that experience as a child. We get trained into that experience. And then suddenly we're stuck in it as adults. But saints and sages and seers of all times have said, you know what? It's not who you are. You are this vast, infinite empty, spacious presence. Eckhart Tolle talks about presence, just presence. Not presence as something, just presence. Not being as I am a being, but just being. I just am. That's actually what I experience. I suspect that if you look closely, that's what you're experiencing too. But I invite you to look for yourself. Now, the only way you can do that is to throw out everything everybody told you. Throw out all the hearsay evidence. Throw out all the theories. Throw out everything that everyone has said. Because it's all come secondhand. Nobody is seeing you from zero distance. Everybody's looking at you from a distance. Now, I know everybody's had the experience of looking at something off in the distance, and as it got closer, oh, that's not what it was at all. We thought it was one thing. The closer it gets, and we can keep getting closer. And we keep getting closer. And we can keep getting closer, right? Nobody sees you from here. Only you. So whose authority needs to be trusted here? Who is the only authority worth listening to here? Well, it's you. Only you. I can't tell you who you are, what you're about. I can only describe what little tidbits of information I've gleaned looking at you from over here. But what do you like there? This is so beautiful because it is the most intimate, private place. Totally alone with your own experience. But simultaneously, and this is amazing, within your experience is the whole universe. Everything, everyone, every experience, every thought, every feeling, every sensation, everyone you've ever known, everyone you ever will know. The entire planet, all the planets, the sun, the galaxy, all of it is right here with you. Is right here in the middle of this experience. You are experiencing all of it. So while it's enormously private and completely alone, simultaneously, it's completely open and welcoming. And it's like having the biggest bedroom in the world. You could fit everybody in it, right? Everybody come on over to my room, right? Like teenagers used to do, or still do, what I used to do as a teenager, and so did you. Come on over, and how many people can you fit in a room? I once had, I think it was like 12 or 13 people in a small little Volkswagen convertible. How many people can you fit in there? Well, how many can you actually fit into you? There's no limit. So there's this incredible, intimate self-confidence that comes from, I'm the only authority that matters about this. And at the same time, there's this utter and open spaciousness. And I just can't help but feeling that if I'm that open spaciousness, that so are you. I imagine, I keep imagining, well, maybe they're just this little contained consciousness. Well, I'm not. Why are they? I wonder if when everybody gets to this place of zero distance, that we all find the same thing. We all find this one infinite space. That is what sages have been telling us for a long time. You get there and you find it's all one. But it's not an empty nothingness one. It's a very full one. It's full of the universe. It's full of everything. I mean, everything appears within it. It's like you become nothing and you get everything. You completely shed yourself of everything you thought you were, and you find that you are everything. Everything is just here within you, moving, pulsing, living. So it doesn't make us isolated, alone. It's not oneness, like I'm just me and nothing else. That's crazy. It's a oneness that's many at the same time. Now, how does that happen? I don't know. It's a total mystery. But even scientists, deep theoretical physics scientists are, because we failed at finding this fundamental indivisible particle. We simply haven't done it. We keep thinking we're getting close, but we never actually get there. There are some that are saying, you know what? There isn't a particle. That space itself is simply condensing into forms. Now that's mind-blowing. Space itself condensing into a form, nothing becoming something? Well, maybe it's not really nothing. Maybe it's just not a thing. Maybe it's not a form, an object that would have delineation on it. Maybe it's something that is, but doesn't have a form. What if space was consciousness? Not space, but consciousness, like conscious space, self-aware space. I'm kind of grasping at words here, because how do you describe it? Yet that is actually what we experience. It's what I experience. There's just this, excuse me, this sense of spaciousness here. The sense of everything happening within my room, my little room here. Everybody's here in my kitchen with my set and my lights and my camera. Yeah, I'm just sitting here in my kitchen, and I'm inviting the whole world. I'll do satsang, and there'll be hundreds of people in my little room here. And people say, "Oh, gee, that's really a nice romanticized version of it." But here's what's really happening. I go, well, wait a minute, you're not here. Don't tell me what's really happening. I'm the only one here. Me and the whole universe are right here. What you look like from a distance of 0, nobody can say but you. But I invite you to explore it, to examine it. It's a marvelous way to look at it. Because you find that how you have seen yourself has been how others see you, not as you see yourself. What you believe about yourself is what others believed about you. And you kind of picked it up and started thinking about it as yourself. And go, well, wait a minute, is that really true? Is any of this really true? I don't look like that to me. I'm glad I look like that to you. Enjoyable. You can see me. You can hold that picture of me. You think I'm handsome or something. Great, great. I don't see it. Even the image in the mirror is a distance away from me. Even that is only nothing. What is it? What do I see here? Who am I? Just me. Nothing extra. Just myself. What's it like to just be me? Nothing else added. Ponder this. Really try to take it in. It's a glorious, glorious adventure to go on. And maybe you'll find what I did, that there's not a thing there at all. Just this most wonderful sense of existence and a spaciousness so big that the whole universes upon universes will fit in it and still have plenty of room left over. I love you all. Namaste.